and away we go.
Shit.
Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And this is my new flower shirt.
Looks like shit.
I like it a lot, Jim.
You look like Hopper.
This is gonna be a special day. We're watching every single Wrong Turn movie in the franchise.
Oh,
back to back. We're gonna record commentaries for every single one. And we're gonna come back here and we're gonna do a review for each one after it's over. So you'll watch us throughout the day deteriorate as we get darker and darker into the shittiness of this franchise's asshole.
I'm completely unprepared. I'm in a hostile environment. I'm surrounded by people that probably want to kick my ass. It's like being back in high school.
Yeah, so you guys will have this video here, and then over on our Patreon, which is in the link below, we're gonna have the commentaries for every single movie if you really want to experience those goddamn enchiladas.
Oh no.
So without further ado, let's fucking get into it. Are you ready?
Submit it for your approval. The Midnight Society. I call this tale degradation.
Just finished Wrong Turn, the first film, and feeling okay, feeling saucy. Haven't had a goddamn drink yet.
Yep.
Just some sody pop.
Round 2 unlocked. Falcon Punch.
We just put the tip in. I don't even know if you can call it that technically. 5 movies to go still.
Long day, long journey still ahead, son.
Feeling pretty good so far though. Stan Winston produced it. He actually helped with the effects and that, which is probably the best thing about this movie, other than the premise is a pretty good idea to like start with. Not maybe to make 6 movies off of, but the best thing about the movie is definitely the kills, the special effects, the practical effects on the deaths of people, and the way that the hillbillies look.
Yeah, it's a standard kind of trope through the horror genre. I mean, it's like, you know, people get lost in the middle of a backwoods area, fucking rednecks pop up, they're cannibals, they're always fucking cannibals. There's never a nice one. As far as the acting is concerned, it's not that bad. I mean, it's general. I mean, it's acceptable acting. Desmond Harrington, I guess that's his name, the main guy in this. I actually like that dude a lot. I love ghost ships, so that's probably why, but I love that guy. I think that he could have been, like, honestly, just the way he looks back in the day, he could have been a decent, if they'd ever done a Robin again.
Yeah, because he's got that Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, he's kind of got like a, well, yeah, but he's also got kind of like a boyish charm.
Yeah, but he's traveling. He's late for an interview. He gets stuck in some interstate traffic and just decides to take a back road, which you never do, especially not in West Virginia. I'm from there. Well, I spent a couple years there. I know you do not do that shit. He accidentally gets in a wreck. He hits this group of hikers Jeep or whatever, and that's when you run into Jeremy Sisto from Clueless and Elijah Dushku and some douchebag who looks like a Rob Thomas reject, and a couple other people, including Sloane from Entourage. Her name is Emmanuelle Chriqui, I think. Like you said, man, the acting's actually pretty good. You got those early 2000s actors, but they're not too over the top. It's not terrible. They don't try to be campy at all with the movie. They're trying to take it seriously, which I have a feeling will change as we get deeper into the franchise. We'll see. These hillbillies like chopping up body parts, and it's like hostile. They're cutting off arms and legs and putting barbed wire in people's fucking mouths, and it looks good and it's gross. And at one point he's sawing a body part and you can hear the
That's some prime rib tonight, boys.
It's honestly not as gross as a movie like The Hills Have Eyes remake. It's not as gross as I think some people say it is. I know there's an unrated version out there too, but...
Well, I think that, yeah, the best part is the special effects. Like, Stan Winston's touches all over it. Fuck, I mean, it's just so standard, though. It's just such a standard movie. It's not bad, it's not good, it's just like, yeah, it's like my sex. But it's like, yeah, but it's still, not taking anything away from the, like, again, the overall idea of the film. It's just, it's been done a million times at this point. I mean, you had Hills Have Eyes, you had the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you had another one like you were talking about, U-Turn, which I don't even fucking heard of. Like, all this stuff is the same shit, like the same boxed shit.
There's a few scenes in the movie that are pretty tense. There's a couple shots that they do a really good job of someone will be hiding in a tree and an arrow will like land right next to their face, and it actually made me jump a couple times. But the best kill in the movie definitely goes to Emmanuelle Chriqui character's standing in a tree and she's hiding, and this dude just comes across and just axes her, decapitates her, but from the mouth. And it sticks to the fucking tree, and then her body, the rest of it falls down. That was a good kill, man. That was definitely the best kill of the movie.
I think the only way you could have made that kill better is maybe if the eyes were moving still or twitching.
Yeah.
Because it cut it right here, so I don't know. It's weird how your mind goes to a dark place. Like, you're like thinking like, I would have really stretched the tendons out and made the intestines pop up. It's
Punch her in the tit.
I'm gonna apply for a Mortal Kombat position, fatalities expert. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird, but you know, nonetheless. It's only an hour and 27 or 4 minutes or something like that. It's not a long movie at all, and it does go, like, again, it's general. The only thing, the pacing sometimes is a little off. Like, they'll have like these intense moments and whatever, and the effects look really cool, but then all of a sudden they have like a really romantic moment with fucking romancing the stone under the fucking like waterfall and talking.
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
For the most part, a typical, pretty well done early 2000s type of horror movie, but you know, that comes from the hillbillies, the way that they're all fucked up looking, and just the thought of being in that situation is real nasty. Like, they did a great job of the way these hillbillies look, and when they moved around, the sounds they made was freaky too, because they'll be chasing someone through the woods and be like,
yeah, but then sometimes they'd be like,
oh.
It was like fucking Fats Domino that they're playing.
But ultimately, they did a good job with the story. I mean, for what it was, they didn't fuck it up at any point or try to do anything stupid. They didn't do that the thing a lot of horror movies did, where they tried to like throw a big twist in or anything like that.
Yeah.
They kept it simple. It knew what it was.
You found out one of the hillbillies was actually the mayor.
It did what it was there to do, and there's even a fun little post-credit sequence, and then Breaking Benjamin plays during the end credits.
See, that would have changed the whole tone of the film. Like, maybe if they'd had more of a rock element going through it, and like had like the rock music playing. I don't know. Like, there would be like again, just go all the way in, make it like cool and kind of corny and fun and exciting and also horror, and you can have like a rock soundtrack going throughout it. Like, I don't know. I feel like that would have changed a lot of it. I don't know.
You know what would have been badass is if when he killed the snowboarder looking dude early on, and he had like a headset on, and the hillbilly was like, "What's this?" And he put it on, and like, and he goes on a rampage and kills like 4 people while like Breaking Benjamin or some shit's playing, but you as the audience hears it while he's like, "Ah!" Like, it gets him jacked up with some crazy shit like that. But
it'd probably be something like "Dancing in the Rain."
Or you could go with some weird shit like that.
I don't know. I would have thrown in some comedy, but either way, it was a forgettable movie, but it was decently done and well put together. And Stan Winston is great. He's fucking amazing.
A couple too many of the kills off screen. A couple of them didn't have like the best kills in them, but there was a couple really cool kills in there.
I never got scared though. Not me.
I got a little scared. Like, just the idea of it, and the fact that these hillbillies are so nasty.
I think the reason why
freaks me out a bit.
I just feel like we're so indoctrinated. We live in the fucking area that most of this shit happens. Like, I just feel like we see it all the time at Walmart at 4:30 in the afternoon and 4:30 in the evening. Like, it's just in the morning. So it's like I see that shit all the time, and they're usually arguing with the fucking butcher over there about how come this ain't USDA? I need the fucking one that's on sale.
You don't want to go to Walmart Nicholasville Road at 10 p.m. at night. I'll tell you that. I think it's a pretty solid movie for what it is.
Everybody walking around with their moo-moo dresses, their ass sticking out like they're in a hospital gown.
Whale tail.
Woo.
I give it a solid 7 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 6.0. It's pretty much the off-brand Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
For Friday the 13th.
I just think that there's a little
These
bit
are just called Pop-Tarts.
There's a little bit of special to it in the way that they did the effects and a couple of the kills, but they could have gone way more cool.
Yeah, we're not downing it. It's not like the worst movie in the world. It's not a bad movie. Like, a lot of people do like it for a good reason. I mean, it's fun, I guess, in some way, but I mean, I just rather would go to something like The Hills Have Eyes or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre if I'm going to watch a bunch of rednecks chasing around kids or college kids or whatever.
That would make a great triple feature, though. Like, you warm yourself up with Wrong Turn.
I think they probably was part of a triple feature at Walmart.
Yeah, probably can get that.
Yeah.
$5.99 DVD. Yeah, so stay tuned for Wrong Turn
Dead End
2 Dead End with Henry Rollins in it. That's actually that excites me in the panties at night. But yeah, this one got a 6.1 on IMDb, so you're right on the money with yours. I liked it a little bit more, but we're about to get into the dark he-she's.
All right, let's warm up and fucking fight.
And don't forget, if you want to listen to the full commentary of us watching these movies, it is on our Patreon and one of the lower tiers, so it's not gonna, we ain't gonna take the money out your wallet and make you buy us Cheetos.
Don't you worry about that.
You can get in this tier for maybe the cost of a pack of Cheetos and Diet Sprite.
But if you will get us some Cheetos, we like the puff kind.
See you guys next time.
Fucking millions.
And round 2 is complete. Wrong Turn to Dead End.
The degradation continues.
But the sun's starting to get real low real early.
I'm starting to feel, you know that movie in Thinner when the guy's like, I'm being erased. I feel like that shit's happening right now. Because I was telling like after this movie, we were just outside or whatever talking, and it like even the trees look different. And then you start looking at nature in the woods. You hear like the bugs and shit, and you're like, oh, everything is changing.
Oh, it is, man. Like, so only 3 hours in, 6 hours to go. 4 movies and 6 hours to go because they're all about an hour and a half apiece.
Yeah.
This one was just
shocking.
It opened up so good, man. Like, it opened up so good. The chick's driving in the car, and then the hillbillies come out and fucking bites her, and then they rips off her lips. Her fucking lips.
I wasn't seeing that coming there, Jim. It's kind of like that thing. You remember The Watch when the chick goes down on him, and he's like, "I'll get your name in due course." Like he didn't know, like he didn't know that was gonna happen. It was like, yeah, that's exactly what, like. I thought it was gonna be a standard whatever movie, and it turned out to be a pretty decent flick. And Henry Rollins is a badass, by the way.
Yeah.
And but it's fucking super gory. Like I mean, I literally got sick to my stomach a few times. I did not expect the level of gore that was in it. Like,
Yeah.
God,
It's one of the better movie openings I've seen because like they rip her lips off and she's running and she's got that. You can see like her gums and shit, and she's running around, and then they split her dead in half. Like, I did not see that shit coming, man. Like, she goes all the way down in half, which is totally fucking impossible, but still. But they do the Dangertainment Halloween Resurrection thing with this, where they're filming a reality show. It's like Apocalypse with Henry,
can you survive the apocalypse?
with Henry Rollins. That's not his name in the movie, it's Dale Murphy. And then you've got these annoying characters that none of them you really give a flying fuck about. They start having sex. You get your first boobies of the series.
Yeah, not bad. Better than Dangertainment. It's better than the Busta Rhymes bullshit they pull in Halloween 8. It's actually effective in this setting in this way. It would have been interesting to do this in a setting like Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
They kind of did that with Never Hike Alone. He had the little GoPro and stuff like that, which was an interesting way to film it. But anyway, I mean, yeah, the fucking creatures come out of the hills and they're hillbillies again. They like to eat meat, and they show a lot of fucking shit this time.
Man.
And but again, Henry Rollins being the lead singer of Black Flag and crazy man all around, he comes out looking like fucking Commando. When I saw him, he saves the day just the way that he is, like the way that he acts. It reminded me of Commando or G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe. Like, he just was there. Like, I don't know, he was cool.
Henry Rollins should be in more movies, man. He's a good action movie actor, man. He did a really good job. Like, when he's beating their ass and stuff in this a couple times, I wanted more of that, because you only get like a couple scenes where he really starts to fuck him up, because you're expecting him to go all Schwarzenegger and Predator, which is basically who he is in this movie. But the second kills are really fucking cool, man, because you're looking at it from the camera, and like you'll hear it in the commentary if you guys are on Patreon and listen to us watch it. We thought it was just going to be a regular like slit throat kill, and he scalps the motherfucker.
I hate that fucking thing the worst.
And then later on he wears it while he's like poking people in the stomach with a knife. It's totally fucked up, man. This movie is definitely nastier than the first movie.
That's some Pocahontas next level shit.
Joe Lynch directed it, and there is over 300 gallons of blood in the fucking movie, and you see every drip of that shit, man. Some of the kills are okay, and some of them are fucking great.
I'd say they use like 88% of their budget just for the fucking buckets of blood. Man, I'm getting like seriously, it's like it making me sick to my fucking stomach.
There was a hillbilly defect birth that you see. They drag her in, and the girl.
That bitch had oil coming out of her vagina.
Yeah, dude, it came out black. Like, why is that shit black?
Black ichor.
The goddamn rune.
Liar, whore.
It was so nasty, dude. And then they show the baby afterward, and it's all like,
it'd be funny if that redneck hillbilly was like, that ain't mine. That looks like Uncle Joe's.
Why does that baby have 3 eyeballs? You know I have 4. What the fuck you been doing, Barbara?
Why does it have 1 testicle? You know I got 18 of them. It looked like a goddamn octopus down there.
Nasty. And then it really hits a snag. Like there's a lot of walking and there's a lot of soap opera talk that just needs fucking why.
And then like one of the actors is just god awful. Like, sometimes like the way it was delivered, the lines that were delivered is like no.
Yeah.
No. She's like, what do you mean there's hillbillies and trees? Why is grass green? It was just weird shit like that. She would point out obvious. Hey, there's a car. Maybe we should take it and escape. Yeah, that's what we were thinking about doing.
The characters are all like they're so one-dimensional. There's not apart from Henry Rollins, there's not a single interesting person in the movie. So it falls, So when there's not killings and stuff happening, those parts are really boring because you don't give a flying fuck about what Susie did with her past. Kind of like
and that was never answered, by the way. I was really interested to see what happened. Why are you so silent?
But if you watched that movie by itself, I feel like it would have been a lot more enjoyable. But coming off the heels, already being 3 hours deep into it, I'm just like, and the hillbillies don't look quite as good in this one, but the gore was just was on par with the first one. So I wanted more Henry Rollins badassness, but by the time it was over, you were like, okay, I'm ready for it to be over.
Yeah, I was ready for like 40 minutes.
And then that last scene, more with the baby stuff and the goo. This time they did the cabin fever thing, where at the end you realize that it's radioactive waste, and they really play on the fact that they're superhuman now. Because they get hit by cars and shit, and they just get up and like crack their neck, and they're still alive. So they're like really fucking hard to kill. Because I guess fucking your cousin makes you really strong,
strong and milky.
They really banked on that. But then like there's another scene where a girl will like hit one of them in the head and they'll fall down, and that just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, sometimes the action like and what was happening, it would take you more out of it than you wanted to be. I mean, I really wanted to be out of it a long time ago, but it's like I was at least enjoying it to a point, and then it was like some shit like that would happen, and be like, come on.
Yeah, honestly, I'm going to give this one a 6.0. I enjoy the first one a little bit better, even though this one had like some really great kills. That opening was probably, it's got to be, I haven't even seen the rest of the series. I don't see them topping that opening for the series. Some of the kills are great. Lots of fucking gore. Enough that like we literally were like, I actually feel sick. Like I actually feel sick to my stomach. They got inventive with that. Fun sequel to the movie, better than I expected it to be, but still 6. Yeah. I'm
gonna like looking at IMDb. I'm gonna give it the exact same score, 5.5. I enjoyed the first one better just because it had better acting and it had at least it looked like a movie. You know what I mean? This one felt like a decent flick and a nice little sequel, but it looked its age, or not its age, but it looked like cheap. It was kind of cheap and hokey and corny in a lot of ways, but Henry Rollins is awesome in it, and that made up for a lot of it, and also how they effectively used the gore. And even though they didn't have Stan Winston as executive producer on this one, they still did a pretty decent job with the special makeup and effects, because that baby will fucking haunt me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to get laid. It's just gross. I don't know.
It's gonna be a long haul. As far as our curtain status goes, we met at 11 a.m. It's now 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Getting ready to...
I feel like we're doing a documentary about how we're gonna die soon.
Go watch the third one. My back's getting a little sore. My butt's getting a little numb. It's starting to set in a little bit.
Yeah, my fuel gauge, I started at a full tank, and like I thought it was gonna get good miles to the gallon, but I'm already at a half tank. What the fuck is going on?
I know, when you think about how much you have left to go.
I know.
Like, oh my God.
You thought you might have had like one of those like really cool like cars that run on electricity and gas, but really what you found out was you had a goddamn diesel hog engine eating fucking truck, and they only get like 2 miles a gallon.
But there's a bright lining. Listen to this. When you hear this, Sid?
Okay.
We haven't started drinking yet.
We have not, and I think that's a problem.
That's the pearl that's going to come to light. We waited because we knew you can't start drinking at the beginning of a 12-hour movie marathon. It's just not going to happen. So with the third one, we're going to crack our first brewskis, and hopefully this will bring the nectar of the gods life back into our souls.
I don't know. I think that some of my fucking brain is already Swiss cheesed up, so I don't know how much it's going to do.
I'm also hungry, so I think it's time to make a pizza.
I'm not really interested in eating right now. That shit is fucking gross, guys. It looks like meat sauce.
It'll be there when you want it.
Yeah. For God's sake, how many wrong turns? Stay out of the goddamn West Virginia woods.
You know what's going to get worse, though, as we go along, is just, like, in 4 hours, still seeing the nasty fucking, I want to call them hippies for some reason, the Mongoloids' faces and their teeth. After a couple more hours, that I'm just going to be, like, sick to my stomach.
This is gonna be crazy. Like, tomorrow, I'm going to have to take the whole day and just look at Pornhub just to break my fucking, like, grip, like, have the tear in my face going.
By God, diggy doos. We're halfway in.
Yeah.
We're halfway the fuck in, Texas.
God damn, and I wish we were the halfway out.
Welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And Wrong Turn 3, who gives a shit fuck?
I'm still here!
What is the name of this piece of shit?
Wrong Turn 3 never happened.
This is actually, it almost, it's, what the fuck, Lion King? It's almost poetic the way it works, because the first 2 movies were kind of fun, they were enjoyable to watch, and right when you hit the middle, right when you hit the taint of the franchise, it just takes a goddamn nosedive into fucktown, and we're the mayors. We're the co-mayors.
I'm halfway gone and I'm on my own. This movie sucked so much fucking Mark Twain dick, I can't even imagine like that they even had the budget to make a third movie. This movie, fuck, it sucked. Like, I would rather sit in on a fucking class in 9th grade and listen to a bunch of kids reenact Romeo and Juliet or Hamlet or something, reading it out of their textbooks, and it would have more fucking life than this turd, soggy sandwich that they served on a hot summer day in July.
I would have rather eaten a hot dog with my butt.
I'd have rather eaten out Rosie O'Donnell. Okay, that's too much. But I mean, I'll wait till the 4th one.
This is directed by Declan O'Brien, who has a great fucking name. That Declan's a cool ass name.
Yeah, but it's not a cool ass movie.
But famed writer of Alice Upside Down and director of Cyclops,
Rock
Monster Arc. He also wrote Joyride 3, Wrong Turn 5. Oh, fuck. He also, oh, dude, he did Wrong Turn 4 and 5. We got that shit to still look fucking forward to. They let him do more?
Let me tell you something. I've never seen a movie with such great special effects ever in my life. The graphics on this from a 1993 IBM computer that they used it to play Oregon Trail on, I mean, top fucking notch. Dude, I'm not kidding. Like, one of the worst fucking pieces of garbage trash I've ever seen in my life. Basically, all it is a bunch of prisoners are being transported through the night through West Virginia. It crashes, and then they are being hunted down by one lone hillbilly that looks like Bill Maher that fucking is killing them. That's the fucking story. Also, they find a bunch of money with, like, that's fake, obviously, that they got from Walmart
like
for $2.
Monopoly money.
Yeah, it's straight up fake money, and that's it. And then, like, And then things happen, and then there was, what's that? Okay, there was tits.
The opening was cool.
That's the only part.
As a whole, I'm giving this movie 2 points. And they're both for the fucking opening of the movie. Half of which I missed because I was getting the fucking pizza out of the oven. And still it was worth more than the rest of the goddamn movie because when it starts out, you get these
I'd rather watch the pizza cook than watch the rest of this.
these young people who are rafting and they stop and the girl immediately takes her top off. Which that's 4 titties total for the movie. She takes her top off and she's sitting there and then she gets an arrow right through the tit and it goes right through the nipple and then the other girl gets, or someone else dies and fucking, and then the dude gets split in not half but in 3. But again, the CGI.
He's been split in twain.
The CGI is so bad it just looks like gelatin sitting there doing this. There's only one hillbilly in this one. Well, there's 2. He has his son, his little mutant son who dies really fucking fast.
Saddest part of the movie.
And the entire movie is just this one tiny little skinny, just looks like an old dude with a big fucking nose. He doesn't have much makeup on.
Bill Maher, dude, I'm telling you, he looks just like Bill Maher.
Bill Maher, dude. You guys remember in Harold and Kumar where they run into the old guy, they pick him up, and he's like, dude, look at the pus pulled off his nose. He's like, he has everything he's saying. And then he goes outside and he's like, Jesus, what? The devil, huh? Or when they come in, he's like, come on inside, fuck my wife. But it looks exactly like that fucking guy. I mean, he is dead on carbon copy of the dude from that, and that's what we're supposed to be scared of this whole fucking movie. And the rest of it is just watching these shitty fucking prisoner actors walk around the woods and yell at each other and be like, I'm a fucking badass. I'm a badass.
I'm not saying, you know, it's not got decent things in it, but really, what the fuck am I saying? There's nothing decent about this movie. If you're a decent American, you'd hate it. And even if you're a decent European, you'll hate it. If you're a decent human being, you'll hate it. Yeah. But if, you know, I'm sure people like it. But either way, look, I'm just getting really angry because these are hours that we're never getting back. And I thought maybe just on a small maybe crustacean of a fart chance that there might be some good in it. And there's really not, except for the tits at the beginning.
So what was your rating?
I'm giving this motherfucker a 0.5.
0.5, that's a lot. Halfway through, we're already jumping to half fucking numbers here.
I hate this fucking movie.
I give it a 2 for the opening because I'm going to be nice. 0.5 for you. It's a piece of hot shit. Never ever watch it. There's no fucking reason to.
But I do. You know
Look
what?
me in the eyes. There's no fucking reason to.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to look us either one of us in the eye after a while because a couple more movies ago we're gonna be all swollen up like fucking Rocky at the end of fucking Rocky Balboa. But it's like that. It's like the thing. I'm really proud of us because right now we're halfway through, like you mentioned. It's like it's not about how hard you can throw a punch. It's about how many times you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's what it is. Because we've been hit like a motherfucker.
That's how winning gets done. Status update on us. I don't know if you can tell, but we're getting fucked sick of it. But at least this one wasn't nasty. Like, we got a break from, like, the nastiness.
Like, we started drinking first. Like, this is the first time we started drinking. Yeah. And it's having, like, at first I felt really, you know, joyful and happy. Like, you get to see, like, a circus and there's cotton candy and popcorn and you're gonna have a good time. There's roller coasters and hot dogs and yay, everybody's here, my family, my friends. But then it's having the opposite effect. I'm getting angrier while I'm drinking. I'm becoming my fucking dad.
Only 2 beers and 1 taco pizza in, and this is where we stand. I'm gonna say, like, apparently based on the IMDb scores, they only get worse from here out. And I think that I'm gonna try to make it through 4. After 4, I think we're gonna have to break out the hard alcohol.
Oh man, look, I'm not even kidding. There is a scene, and it was kind of cool at the very beginning, where the guy steps on a trap, and these metal wires come up, and it slices him in half. And at first, that looks really fucking cool. Like it sliced him in 3 different ways. But then it goes, and it's like it opens up like it looks like the cheapest fucking Nintendo graphics ever. Like Nintendo itself and Ninja Gaiden back in 1987 had better graphics and cutscenes.
Like Resident Evil 2, but with Jello.
It was really bad. I'm like, I don't even know how you guys screened this for somebody, and they were like, you know what, that's really good. Put it out there. Put it out there. Put it on the videos.
Wrap it up. Spread it on.
I fucking hate movies.
We'll be back with the next piece of shit. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Woo.
We're going the distance.
We're going for speed.
Oh, you cut me, Mick. You gotta cut my eye. Cut me, Mick.
Wrong Turn 4, Bloody Beginnings.
We're there.
We did it.
We made it through the goddamn night.
Just 3 hours to go, baby.
We're gonna
just
fucking make it.
3 fucking hours to go.
Right now, I feel like that inspirational music is coming from Rocky 4. Hearts on fire, strong desire.
You know what? We're rejuvenated.
A little good.
And it's not just because we're drinking more.
It's a better movie.
It's not just because we're drinking more. Wrong Turn 4 was way better than Wrong Turn 3 happened to be. And here's what happened. It's a prequel set in 1970 fucking something.
4.
West Virginia. And it's at this insane asylum, and then you find out that they have all these crazy...
These wackadoos.
Hobo wackadoos in these cages, and they're doing tests on them or whatever, and they talk about the doctor, it's basically a
I forgot about
Silence of the Lambs type thing, right? Silence of the Lambs, he's leading this cute redhead down this hallway, and he's telling them all about their history and how they have this weird genetical disease where they don't feel pain.
Genetical?
She's not even genetical,
it's okay.
Whatever. She's like, that's extremely rare. He's like, I know, but they don't feel any pain. And they're super smart, but they can't talk. And it's all this inbreeding going on. Basically, it's the origin story of these inbreds.
They fucked each other in the woods and they got superpowers.
Something like that. And then, but eventually, one of them grabs her by the back of her fucking head and steals her sunflower pin out of her head, and that's how they get out. When they get out, the entire opening is them just fucking just like woo, partying, fucking killing people, eating shit, everything.
The opening reminded me a lot of a cheap version of House on Haunted Hill or something like that. Like they had this like kind of lackadaisical music going on. I can't remember the name of it. It was a decent song, but the chaos and the pandemonium and the anarchy that's occurring, and they have this kind of like chill music going over throughout the entire scene.
They take the doctor and they wrap him up in the barbed wire and raise him up and then rip him in half, and he looks like he's doing a fucking pirouette. He's like this, but his skin and his arms and his legs have been ripped off, and it's grody and it's nasty. They lobotomize the girl. Really cool opening scene. Well way to start the film, especially after that piece of hot shit part through.
Yeah, definitely somewhere Pinhead was like, I approve of what you have done.
We actually said that when he was doing it. He was like, and Jesus wept.
Yeah, it looked exactly like a Hellraiser kill. But anyhow, so after that scene cuts and the insane asylum is no more, you cut to college-age kids. They're on their snowmobiles. There's snow equipment. They're gonna be doing some shits in the mountains of West Virginia in the snow. By the way,
forgot about the fuckings.
There's a lot of fuckings. Oh my God! How did I forget about the fuckings? Okay, so before that even happened, the number 2 best part of this film, you have this one guy having pure, full-on, hardcore good sex with a good-looking girl on top of him, and she's riding him like there's no fucking tomorrow, and she's doing the hunk-a-chunk
like she's on a Metallica cover album.
Then the camera cuts around, and all of a sudden you see a lithe, small, cutesy hand touching a boobie and squeezing it. You're like, that's a girl's hand, and she's grabbing another girl's boobie. And then the camera cuts around, and these 2 girls are having sex in another bed right next to each other. They're having sex in the same room. It's a Roman orgy of epic proportions, and Malcolm McDowell would say Caligula. But he wasn't, I don't know if he was in that movie. But anyhow, very sexual, very hot. And this one girl ruins it all when she opens the door. It's like, we gotta get going. I mean, God, the snow's not gonna fucking keep falling forever. Yes, it is, bitch. It's fucking winter. But whatever. She ruins the whole scene. But that's a great scene. Yeah. Sexy. By the way, we're not dogs. We just like the scene because it
sets the tone.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cute.
It's art.
It's art pieces. It's art. I had to beat them to death with their own shoes. So anyway, going from there, then you get all these kids get together, these college-age kids, and they go out on their snowmobiles, and they're going through the hills of West Virginia, and they're going to be snowboarding. They get lost, they get sidetracked by this fucking unbelievable special effects, goddamn weather. Not. It looked, I mean, I'm thinking of like the day after tomorrow. This shit was like the day after my first day at film school.
Wednesday.
Like it was like a bunch of people like got like I don't know, mothballs and threw them up in front of a fan and like shh. It wasn't that bad, but it looked bad. No. They stumble across the asylum that's been abandoned for a long time, and they venture there for the night to take shelter, and then they have this kind of normal college party. Like, it wouldn't make sense. Like, why is this fucking place? I mean, I understand they just happened to stumble upon this asylum in the middle of the West Virginia woods out of nowhere, like the fucking Shining was calling to them, and they walk in. That's one. It's not boarded up. It's not graffitied, by the way, and you would think that it had been closed since 1970.
And nobody made a mayhem.
Yeah, there was no newspaper clippings. There was no...
not a mayhem, but Murphy.
A ruckus about it.
No, hotline, deadline. Mayday.
Phone call.
Mayday.
Yeah. Nobody made a mayday about it. Nobody called any authorities.
Nobody fucking checked on
them. And maybe they did. They just didn't have the money to shoot those scenes. Because in 1975, or 74, this movie, the asylum is a state-run facility, correct? So if there is a breakout and this occurred, I mean, they even did it in House on Haunted Hill, the remake. Like, they have cops coming and they're shutting it down. There's all this fucking hoopla about it. There's nothing about that. And then they come in and there's no graffiti. There's no dicks on the wall. There's no, like, Linda was here. There was no, like, Johnny Loves the suck cocks, here's his number, like spray painted across the, nothing like that. It's a clean, wholesome building.
Y'all the first to find it.
But they go
Jack
in.
Nicholson could have been sitting there on a fucking typewriter.
They go in and they have their party, and you find out that the hillbillies that were in the very beginning of the movie reside there now,
Still there.
and they're just fucking waiting. They're waiting for that fresh meat to come and give me a soul.
Yeah. And then once they show up, it takes them a while to show up, but coming off the heels of part 3, which was such a fucking shitbag.
It's a breath of fresh air.
This one could have been, it could have been a fat dude singing on a piano, and it would have been better. So like you're chill at this point. You're like, I've gotten some good stuff here. It's already better than the last film, so I'm chill. But there is a lot of like fucking lag between when they find this place and when the first kill actually happens. And maybe that's because there's multiple lesbian sex scenes and multiple titties. Yeah. In this film, you get 6 titties, and the previous franchise total, you got 4 titties, bringing the franchise total to a total of 10 titties. And then even after they start happening, there's a lot of fucking talking after that, and a lot of dumb shit, and a lot of annoying people.
I still didn't care about the characters.
I didn't care about the characters.
Not at all.
But to be fair, these characters were far less annoying than the last movie.
They were normal. Easy. They were normal throwaway characters.
Yeah,
like the other ones were over the top acting characters that were trying to get on like attention or Starseeker or something. They were like terrible actors.
Yeah.
These are not great actors, but at least they were like, I'm in a movie, there's a lot of blood, there's some lesbian sex, there's sex.
They just look like an emo band.
Yeah.
A couple cool kills though. Kills that had potential in this one that were ruined by CGI After Effects. Splattering CGI blood, shit like that. One chick gets picked up off the floor.
That was a cool scene.
And it's so fucking stupid though. She gets picked up off the floor with the barbed wire, and she's hanging from the ceiling or whatever, and her friend goes to try to grab her legs and pull her down while she's choking on barbed wire. So he's literally decapitating her as she's hanging from the ceiling, and then eventually she gets decapitated, and it starts off really cool, but then they throw in the CGI and it just looks fake.
And the motherfucker lays underneath of her as the blood is splattering into his open, screaming mouth. This is disgusting. I've always had fantasy. And yeah, because he's like pulling her feet down. Like he's doing it.
Something right now.
He's helping these hillbillies fucking decapitate. He's like, I'm gonna saw this bitch's head off. Like I don't know. It was a terrible end to a potentially, like you said, good death scene. Now the best death scene comes when one of the guys get kidnapped, and I can't remember his name because I don't care. He gets kidnapped and he's laying on a metal slab, and they bring him in there. And I had said this before, it would be terrifying to think if these guys were eating you alive, and they literally start slicing off chunks of his flesh and putting it in, I guess, a deep fryer or boiling hot water.
Like beat-ups.
And then like making that shit like, this goddamn fried pickle. And then it's like, you like this? And he's like, and they're eating it in front of him. They cut off his fucking, part of his titty. They cut off part of his fucking side.
Meanwhile,
they cut off the sensitive flesh near the gooch.
Meanwhile, all of his friends are one room away going, we should seriously do something really fucking soon.
Yeah.
Really soon, we should get in that fucking room and we should save this guy. Meanwhile, they're just cutting his tits off.
Yeah.
They're just cutting it's gross, and they're fucking flapping.
He's like, hey, I got this really cool pog. Do you guys want to see? I just found it outside. Look.
Were we supposed to do something today?
No, yeah, we were. We were supposed to trade slammers.
I got it.
Look at this slammer. I got this slammer in 1998. But yeah, they don't care. And one of his friends actually runs into the room, or not into the room, but like where the bars are separating him, and sees these 3 fucking hillbillies slicing this motherfucker up like a great, beautiful jalapeno thick burger from Hardee's.
God damn.
Every time.
There's a really good conversation.
Every time.
In that commentary, by the way, if you guys want to check out the Patreon,
God, that makes me
commentating on all the films about Hardee's Thick Burgers. Check it out.
Then there's some other shit that happened in my face, and I'm sure it was like scenes.
Yeah.
Then
Eventually,
it's downhill.
Yeah.
And they go out and there's snow.
It's great though, because they escape. They escape finally, and one chick dies, and she dies because the dude is sitting on top of her with a snowmobile, and he's revving his engine, and it's purportedly
that looks like shit.
Is blowing her insides all over her face, but it's so
shit.
CGI'd, it just looks like someone's making a goddamn Bloody Mary. But it's really cool because the 2 girls that are left, this girl just died, and
that
her
motherfucker looked like he was revving his fucking tire on a Heinz ketchup packet. It was like, and you could tell that she was under. Like I don't know. Like we're not experts on figuring out how they. I don't want to see how the magician does his trick. Like that's not what I'm about, and neither is Mike. But it was so obvious that she was laying under a fucking board or some kind of cutout, and it was just her head, and they had like a fake little body full of fake blood.
Throwing tomatoes at
it. Like, yeah, it was a.
But It was awesome after that because what happened was her girlfriend, who wasn't sad at all at her death, got on the back of the snowmobile with the other girl who was a fucking asshole to everybody the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like either of you at this point. And they're riding away, and it seems like they've gotten away, and she's smiling even though her girlfriend just fucking died.
I'm like, nobody cares.
And we're sitting there yelling about it, watching the screen on the commentary, screaming, and the next thing you know, they come up to a fucking barbed wire fence, and both their heads just go flying in the fucking air.
We cheered like we were watching the Avengers gather together for the first time. We're like, yeah, fuck yeah, die, you fucking fucks. Like, we were like really happy because at that point I was like, yeah, you guys don't deserve to get out. Like, you guys don't give a shit that half your fucking comrades were wiped the fuck out in the worst brutally way possible. And one of the chicks, like you said, their girlfriend that they had apparently an intense relationship with didn't give a shit, and she was all cuddled up on the other girl. I'm like, okay, so like it didn't matter. Yeah. Fucking barbed wire cut. Karma is a bitch.
Truck pulls up, picks up the heads, it's in the snow, gets to the back of his truck, drives away. Weird song about Rod Turn plays, and that's Wrong Turn 4! I give it a 4.5.
I'm gonna give 4.5 myself.
Oh shit, you gave it a 3.5.
I mean a 3.5.
In the commentary.
I'm sorry, you were like confusing me. A 3.5.
Got you excited.
I feel like I'm ready to do at least one more. He gonna do one more.
We got 2 more.
No, I'm quitting. I'm quitting after 6. I'm quitting after 5.
I'll fucking kill you.
I'm gonna quit after 5 just to see your look.
We accidentally let the dog out, but we caught him.
Dude, that was scary. That was scarier than the movies.
Yeah, we caught Thor. He's back home safe. Everything's fine. Didn't even take that long.
I think right now, I feel like
Bloody Mary treats.
I feel like I'm in a zen moment.
Yeah.
Like I'm having a good time, but I'm not. And I feel like I'm in a dream, but I'm not having a dream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want to wake up, but I know I can't. It's just like you got to go through it. But
This is what you call second wind.
Yes. And I feel good. Yeah, it feels like in Punch Out when you get the stars.
Yeah.
And you're like, doom, doom, doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it goes away after 3 of them.
We'll see.
But I'm really having a good time, that you guys are having a good time. We hope you are, and we hope that you guys are having as much fun as we're probably not. And we hope that we're not too annoying. But you guys got to understand, we've literally been doing this since 11 o'clock this fucking morning.
It is now 8:10 p.m.
And we have 2 more goddamn movies to go.
Let's get into it.
I'm ready to fucking split it open.
Love your fucking faces. See you in about 2 fucking hours. Shit.
Okay.
The darkness is once again returned into our souls.
I feel like I'm becoming a part of the Necronomicon Ex Mortis.
We just finished Wrong Turn 5. No more! That movie sucks shit!
No more! It's like, no, Sam, I don't recall the taste of food. No water, nor the blade of grass upon my body. I'm naked in the dark. There's no veil between me and the wheel of fire. It's fucking true!
Oh, God, it's so
this
bad.
movie's terrible! And we are in the brink of a meltdown. But guess what? We're not having a good time. But you guys are having a good time at our expenses, so fuck you for voting on this. Fuck! But you know what? Hey, guess what? Doug Bradley was in the movie. That's a highlight. That's a good thing, right? Pinhead.
Let me try to piece this together.
It's all good. Don't worry about it.
We opened with the shot of the West Virginia forest.
1814.
We opened again with the shot of the West Virginia goddamn fucking forest. And they're like, 1812, fuck my ass. Guess what? This town in West Virginia completely disappeared one day because we're just ripping off Roanoke. And then now we have a festival in the future for it.
Yeah.
Because they have a festival to celebrate
Gotta be scared of
the
it.
massacre of the massacres. And then what happened was these kids came out there to smoke some pot and get fucked up, as they do. And
There's some boobies.
yeah, I think, fuck, I don't even know anymore.
there's some boobies.
I lost booby count,
I think
man.
there's some boobies in
I
there.
lost booby, not in the beginning. Oh no, there was people fucking,
The dead boobies didn't count.
but they didn't show boobies. There was people fucking in a tent, and they didn't show boobies. And then their friend showed up, and the dude punched the other dude in the face, right? And then they're like, ha ha ha. But then the Serials girl, she was dressed like Kill Bill, and then she went to run in the woods. And then all of a sudden, the hillbillies in this one, that's the fucking worst. There's like 3 hillbillies again, and they all look like they wore Party City fucking Michael Myers Halloween 4 masks. They all look like goddamn dog shit. Fuck. And then they showed up, and they chased her down. Doug Bradley shows up, just like redneck Doug Bradley. Just like, looked like he just came out of fucking Cabela's. And then he's sitting there, then he's like, I'll save you, girl.
I like to fish.
He brings her over, and he's like, I saved you from the guys. And then it's pretty cool. She's got a couple fingers missing, and then he's like, but guess what? And then Doug Bradley hits her with an axe, cuts her arm off, And the openings, again, the openings in these are pretty cool. Cuts her hand off, and then her severed hand is sitting there, and it makes the number 5, and then it's like wrong turn 5, and you're like, pretty good, and then we fucking jackknock that shit with the goddamn ground. It sucks fucking shit for another hour and a half.
I don't have nothing to say positive about this fucking movie except that Doug Bradley was fucking in it. He's the mastermind behind the Hillbillies.
I think what you're trying to say is that Doug Bradley's in this.
Doug Bradley's in the movie. Look, I love Doug Bradley. Instead of taking that rich history of acting ability and that amazing talent and putting to use in a way that would be effective and awesome, what you did, you put him in a jail cell for 90 minutes of the movie basically, and had to do nothing except say, y'all gonna die out there. Do you like fucking moonshine in your vagina?
Storm of the Century, but one scene on repeat for 90 goddamn minutes.
Non-stop. Now look, I will say there is a couple of moments that like, yeah, it's cool or whatever, but I never once at all during this entire length of the 1 hour and 34 minutes and 19 seconds that I felt and counted every fucking step that I was having a good time.
No.
Because I wasn't. Doug Bradley's cool. Again, some of the actors are okay. Like, the story, the fact that they're invading a small town with 3 idiots from the backwoods of West Virginia makes sense, I guess. I don't know. Where the fuck was the police force except 2 people that existed in the entire county?
Well, they had the city made up of cardboard. And it was the downtown.
So if you farted and you held a match in your ass when you farted, you'd blowtorch all of it.
So then what you got is Arnold Schwarzenegger's The Last Stand, but fucking shitty for 90 goddamn minutes. You got the sheriff lady. She was good. She was fine. She was all right. Yeah, she was good. And then she deputized everybody else, and then they continuously, like, one by one, went out into the street, and then ran back into the fucking room, and they were like, I'm so scared, and they went back, and they ran back into the fucking room, and then nothing fucking interesting happened, and it sucked shit, and the hillbillies looked like dog shit, and none of the kills were even cool at fucking all, and this movie was goddamn garbage juice, and I give it a 1.5. I give it a 2. I'm gonna be nice, I'm gonna give it a 2 for Doug Bradley. Pretty much as bad as the third movie was. Brought my fucking mood down a lot. Brought your mood down a fucking lot. It's just as bad as the third one. The third one I'm still gonna say is a little bit worse. For the Doug Bradley edge, I'll put this one a little bit above it. But fuck part 3 and fuck part 5 in this piece of shit franchise. Let's hope part 6 is better.
Huh?
Yeah.
Somewhere in the distance, I hear the calling of native drums. I'm gonna give this movie a 1.0.
Yeah.
And that's just for Doug Bradley alone. I love seeing Doug Bradley on screen. I think he's, I think he's such a underrated actor. And it really sucks that actors like him and the caliber that he's able to bring on screen are stuck in these fucking goddamn diaper fall movies. I did not have a good time. I did not enjoy this. And if you did enjoy this, fuck you.
Titty count time. 4 total titties. Jay would appreciate having 2 titties stricken from the record as they belong to a dead body.
They're a corpse, man. I'm not gonna look at that.
I will allow his motion to pass
That's a corpse.
on the friendship clause and add 2 titties to the total record, which brings us to a total of 14 titties. We're gonna watch part 6.
I don't want to know that pizza.
And here we go! Hoo-wee!
Huh? Hi, we're in this fucking hole.
It's
Come on
dark
in here.
night.
Oh man, it's gonna be
See you in the next one. We're gonna end it. Fucking end it! I can make it.
Not done yet, son.
Who are you fucking people?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Victorious!
Wrong turn 6. Fuck yeah. I hope we have a Bill and Ted exit fucking thing. God, there's too much Thor hair. In time We'll be dancing in the streets all night.
Wrong Turn Part 6.
Oh, fuck.
Come fucking pleat. We've watched all 6 movies. That's 9 hours of filming. We started at 11 a.m. It is now 12:36 a.m. the next fucking day.
Oh.
And we just finished Wrong Turn 6.
I have no words left anymore.
And I'm still wearing my
Fuck you.
Hawaiian fucking t-shirt. It was a good time. It was.
No, there's not. There's no
It
more,
wasn't.
There's no more good things.
It's like an Avengers 2 and he's like, good talk. It's like, no, it wasn't.
Whoa. Whoa.
We did. Wrong Turn 6 review. Here we go. Coming at you fucking hot. All right, Wrong Turn 6. Are you ready? I got a plot for you. I can do it. I can still do it.
I watched it.
I got it in me. I can do it.
I watched it.
This guy, who's at the end of his rope, he's having a hard time in his life, but he's got these new friends who has become his families. And he gets he's been cutting his wrists and shit, crazy stuff's been going on. He gets a letter in the mail that says, hey, you're a part of a rich West Virginia inheritance. Come on down to West Virginia.
First
we
off,
got a castle for you.
When they say West Virginia inheritances, I would say no.
Listen, man, I'm from West Virginia. This shit could happen to me.
You're from Virginia.
I was born in West Virginia. So he comes to the castle, all these people are dressed all colonial and fucking fancy and shit. Him and his friends are there, and he brings like a whole fucking entourage with him like he's famous. And all the people that send him the letter are like, what? And then he's like, these are my family too. But he goes in, and there's a guy and a girl, and they're both fucking weird, and they're brother and sister, and they've been fucking. Ooh. And then the same 3 hillbillies you've seen circulating throughout the past few movies, the ones who have shitty fucking makeup, not the first one or the second one who had good makeup and look good, but these people look like assholes from fucking Dairy Queen.
Nasty.
They don't even look like they don't even look like scary fucking mutated hillbillies. They just look like they're wearing goddamn purse masks.
They look like chlamydia come to life.
Do better with the fucking mask, Wrong Turn. Fuck. No, don't do mask, do prosthetic. Fuck shit.
It's Wrong Turn 6, man.
Yeah, so they show up, they're in there, and you know what? It's the 3rd worst. It's not the worst. It's not the 2nd worst. It's the 3rd worst in the franchise. We'll do a quick ranking when we're done with this.
I'm giving the face that I actually made during the film. Look.
Ew. You gonna eat that?
There ain't nothing there. There ain't nothing there.
But when he gets there, his sister starts trying to fuck him, and then he's getting all weird, and he's like, maybe I like it, maybe I don't. And then it culminates, they go deer hunting, and then they kill a deer, and then eventually there's a goddamn hookah-doo dance, and everybody dances around, and he kills his friend, he drinks his blood, he fucks his sister, and then he ends up killing his girlfriend, and then he's like, this is my family, and then all them kill him and his friends and his girlfriend, and Wrong Turn 6 Last Resort. We did it! We reviewed the whole fucking franchise!
Great
Woo!
fucking job, Alpha Omega, for reducing that goddamn frat motherfucker. It's not as bad as it seems. It's alright in some way, but at the same time, while having fun, I'm also realizing that this is poor storytelling.
And they went straight sexual, which is why the titty quotient went from 14 to 20 fucking 2. You know, at least they did something a little bit different than the last movie, so parts of it were more interesting, because you're like, it's real world, who's fucking who?
I don't give a fuck.
What's going on? But ultimately, still yet, it's a 3.5 for me. It's the 3rd worst movie of the franchise, or depending on how you want to look at it, 4th best movie of the franchise. What do you give it?
What?
What do you give it?
I'm gonna give that motherfucker a 2.0 with the fucking.
You said that shit like John Wayne.
With the fucking goddamn rubber band to the fucking dirty diaper.
I'm gonna give that shit a 2.0.
A 2.0 with the rubber bands. If you're gonna watch the movies, watch Wrong Turn 1, 2, and 4, and that's it. That's it. That's all you gotta watch.
Probably don't even need to watch 4.
You don't have to watch it, but it's decent.
Probably don't even need to watch any of them. But yeah,
well, you gotta watch the first one.
That would be the.
But
I think it goes.
Wrong 2 and 4.
Yeah.
Wrong 2 and 4.
Wrong 2 and 4. Wrong Turn, number 1, best movie in the franchise. Number 2, closely behind it. Pretty fucking fun movie with some wild moments in it. Wrong Turn 4, not a good movie, but had some interesting shit in it, and we had a good time with it. Wrong Turn.
Nope. Nope.
6 is probably the fourth. Yeah, Wrong Turn 6. The last resort. Next best one, just because it's weird and sexual. Part 5 was fucking dog shit, and Part 3 was one of the worst pieces of shit I've ever lived through in my life. My life. So that's your ranking of the Wrong Turn franchise.
You see, I got like fucking Doctor Strange. I'm trying to reverse time. Yeah, it's over, guys.
It's over.
You fucking made it, you cocksuckers. You sons of bitches that fucking voted on this piece of shit. And I'm really happy you did.
I'm glad you did too. It was fun.
Yeah, it was great. It was wonderful. I can't wait to fucking ever not do it again.
All the shit we're saying about how dark this was, and it was dark, and it was rough. And it feels like a dentist appointment that went on way too goddamn long. But I'm glad we did it because I had fun doing it for you. And these Man vs. Movies are so fucking fun to do, and I'm so glad that I got to do one with you finally for once.
Yeah.
And the next time we do it, we're going to do maybe the Exorcist franchise, do all that shit.
We got here at 11. We didn't start filming till like 11.
I told you it was almost 14 hours.
You're a
of
liar.
filming that we did today. Yeah. 9 hours of Wrong Turn, 14 hours of filming. This is the end. Good night, and we love you all. It's been a fucking ride, and
we're gonna come back on another video. And guess what, motherfuckers?
Yeah.
And Necronomicon don't have shit on us.
Yeah.
You don't even need to say Necronomicon.
Yeah.
Just say wham 3 times.
Yeah. Guys, do us a favor though.
You won't come out.
If you like this series, if you had fun watching, if you don't join the Patreon or listen to the commentaries, whatever, you just had fun watching us go from normal to this. You know what? Do us a favor.
I'm gonna run for office.
Just comment down below. Share these videos. Let your friends know this shit's dumb. We worked hard today to bring the good hot fire.
We had a good time, man.
Two pizzas in and a few drinks, and it's been a blasty blast. And we want to do more of these. So let us know down below what franchises you would like to see us do in reason. We can't do the James Bond franchise. We can't do the Friday 13th in one night.
Or Nightmare on Elm Street or Michael Myers.
You know, but you see what 6 movies did to us. But what ideas do you guys have down below? Please share this video with your friends. Let them know we exist, because YouTube sure as fuck ain't, because we're nasty pieces of shit.
I feel like Exorcist would be the next one. And I don't want
5 movies, but more serious.
Fuck out of me.
Focus.
Yeah.
You gotta fucking focus.
I think I could drink as much as I've drank tonight and watch the first Exorcist, and I would be fucked.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
It would scare me.
I'm looking forward to it though.
Scare me.
But if you guys like these, let us know down below. Movie marathon fun for everybody. Everybody. With every fucking faces, if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some goddamn wham up in here.
Oh, you're nasty.
I'll eat you like a fucking West Virginia.
I don't give a fuck at this point. Just eat it up.
I just fucking eat me.
I got Ebola.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie. We watched a movie.